Hello everybody and welcome back to Games for Dads and another Super League deck review and build. We are looking at a Power Play League deck, one of those Power Play cards. We're building this one around sharks, and our key card on this one is the Silky Shark. There he is. So let's have a look at this deck and see how we get on in this week's cool league. Okay, so the deck's up on the left. Our first card is the Hammerhead Shark. On the play, your opponent's cards in hand lose -10 permanently. This one is a level up reward, so hopefully everybody's got this one. If not, you will get it pretty soon. 9 for 83, quite an expensive card to play, but obviously he is a shark and this whole deck is built around sharks, so he fits in absolutely perfectly. That's the Hammerhead Shark, I should say. On the play, your opponent's cards lose 10 permanently. Next shark card is the Goblin Shark. On the draw, this card gains +100 this turn, so you want to play him as soon as he comes out. He is a limited ledge, and he's 5 for 0, so you're going to get all the shark buffs that we're going to see in a minute, and that 100 as soon as that card's drawn. The Goblin Shark is our second card. And then we've got a paleontology card. This one is the Helicoprion. I think that's how you say it. It's an epic limited, 9 for 86, so expensive again to play. But this week's league is really high energy, so we should have no problem with the energy costs this week. On the draw, your sharks cards in hand gain +40 until play. That's really cool until play. So we can do some cool stuff with the Helicoprion. There he is. Beautiful picture as well. I like that one. Next one up is the Thresher Shark. Legendary. Quite easy to get this one. And on the draw, your sharks cards, wherever they are, gain +15 until played. Super card, this one. Really going to build up some power on our shark cards, especially as that's 15 until played. So 5 for 30, not too expensive. Then there he is. That's our key card, the Silky Shark. 7 for 68, only a legendary card. On the play, for every shark card you have played this game, up to a maximum of 6, your shark cards in hand gain +5 this turn. So if you've played 6 shark cards and all your shark cards in hand are going to get 30 extra power this turn. Awesome card, that one. That's the Silky Shark. Love that one. Okay, so moving on to the next card, we have got the Mako Shark. This is a super cool card as well. On the play, your opponent's ocean and sea cards in the hand lose -30 this turn. And he's just an epic fusion. So going to get the buffs from all the other shark buffs that are going to come around. 5 for 42, pretty cheap to play. And hopefully your opponent's got some ocean and sea cards and you're going to do a little bit of damage to them as well. Next card, another fantastic card for this deck, is the Moorish Idol. There he is, fantastic card. On the play, your fabulous fish, sharks and deep ocean cards, wherever they are, gain +12 until played. So another until played card. You can see where these sharks are going to get all their power from. That one is 8 for 78 and he's only a fusion ingredient, so another easy card to get. Then we are moving on to the Broad Nose 7 Gill Shark. Another shark card, 7 for 65. And on the draw, if your deck has 7 or more shark cards, not short cards, shark cards, which we do, your non-limited shark cards, wherever they are, gain +28 until played. And we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, I think I make it. 7 non-limited shark cards. So all 7 of those cards are going to get 28 buff until play. So that's an amazing card. The Broad Nose 7 Gill Shark. Definitely put him into your deck. Then we got the Blue Shark, another shark card, 6 for 60. On the return, this card costs +1. That's not a problem, and gains 20 permanently. So if we can get him around a few times, he's going to become a really powerful card. That's the Blue Shark. Really cool. And then this one's not a shark, but he has got shark in his title. 8 for 80, the Red-tailed Black Shark. On the play, your non-limited shark cards, well, we just counted them, wherever they are going to gain +12 until played. So those non-limited sharks are really going to get powerful in this deck. And on the return, if your deck has 9 or more shark cards, which we do, your non-shark cards, wherever they are, gain +20 until played. So that's a little boost for our few non-shark cards. We do have a few, but not that many. Okay, our next card is another shark. No surprise there. We got so many sharks in this deck. The next one is the Nurse Shark. There you go. On the return, your sharks card, wherever they are, costs -1 until played. Just another rare fusion card. 7 for 66. So he starts off pretty powerful and he's going to get more and more powerful. Then we got Mount Shark. This is a cool one. I am denied about putting this one in, but it's too good not to put in. It's a science card, and on the draw, if you've played Mount Shark, so on the second time that you play this card, your sharks cards in hand gain 25 until play. So pretty useful, that one. And on the return, your sharks cards, wherever they are, cost -1 for 3 turns. Trouble with this is it's on the draw, and if you haven't got many sharks, if you've only got one shark card in your hand, then it doesn't really give you that massive buff. So debatable whether to include this one or not, but I'm keeping it in at the moment. But you might have a better idea and maybe put in another shark card. Anyhow, that's Mount Shark. It's just a rare limited, 4 for 32. And then because I do have a few mythic cards, you can change these for pretty much any Oceans and Sea cards. If you don't have these mythics, maybe some more shark cards or any cards that buff your Ocean and Sea deck. But I've gone with Atlantis, 9 for 90. On the return, this card costs -6 and gains +15 until play. So super powerful card. And for a bit of fun, I love this card, Payara. I've included Payara because I always like to hold a card, and this is the card I'm going to hold. So on the draw, your opponent's feisty fish and fabulous fish cards, wherever they are, cost +1 until played and lose -10 power, and this till this card is returned to your deck. Probably unlikely that anybody's going to have any fish cards this week. And then on the start, which is why I've picked this one, this card gains +20 until played. So really I'm going to hold him until I really need him, and I can probably get him up to 2, maybe 300 points. So that's the Payara limited legendary, but again, you don't necessarily need him in your shark deck. There's plenty of other ocean cards that you can put in to replace these mythics and these limited legendaries. My next one, another mythic, I'm afraid. It's Kraken. It fits in perfectly with an Oceans and Sea deck. On the play, your Oceans and Sea cards in hand gain +40 this turn. 6 for 10. Like I said, you can easily swap him out and stick in any other Oceans and Sea card or any other card that gives your Oceans and Seas or even shark cards a boost. But I've gone with Kraken purely because it gives me a nice little power boost and helps us win the game. And then an Ultra Fusion, definitely worth making this one. It's Tidal Wave, not too hard to make. Especially this week where we got loads of energy. On the return, your Oceans and Sea cards, wherever they are, gain +25 and cost +1 until played. That's great until played. So basically I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. I should have counted the non-Oceans and Sea ones. I've got 16 Oceans and Sea cards. So all of those are going to get a +25 power boost from Tidal Wave. So definitely worth trying to fuse that one or ultra fuse that one and stick that in your sharks deck. And then the last two, this one's probably a no-brainer, a must-have. It's the Port Jackson Shark, fantastic card. It's an epic limited, so it misses out on all those non-limited buffs, but this one's got its own buff. If your deck has 10 or more Oceans cards, this card gains +80. That's fantastic, and we have got more than 10. Starts off at 8 for 63 as well, so with the 80, he's already 8 for 143 plus any other buff. So fantastic, the Port Jackson Shark. And then another mythic. So I've got 3 mythics in this deck, I'm afraid. But again, like I said, swap this out with anything that you've got that fits Oceans and Seas, and then you've got a really easy to make deck. But the Flying Dutchman, if you have got this one, stick it in. If you're losing the round, your cards in hand gain +48 this turn. And if you're winning the round, your Plundering Pirates cards, wherever they are, gain +36 for 2 turns. Well, obviously we haven't got any pirates, but we'll use this one if we're losing. And to be honest, we're probably not going to be losing very often with this deck. It is super powerful. So probably maybe swap that for another shark card. There's there's loads of different shark cards that you can add to this deck. Okay, that's the deck. Let's take it into the league and let's go and have a game and see how we get on. So there it is. Double check. I need to check I've got the right deck. Yep. Let's have, actually, before we start, let's have a quick look at the deck stats. There we are. So, rarity, we've got no common, 3 rare, 5 epic, 6 legendary, no fusion, 1 ultra fusion, which is Tidal Wave, and then those 3 mythic cards. And as I said, you don't really need to put those mythics in. I only put them in because I've got them, and really I probably should have built this deck without them. But there you go. And what is the breakdown? 16 oceans and sea, 1 paleontology, and 1 science card. So that's the mix. So pretty heavy on the oceans and seas, but it is a shark deck, so you would expect that. There we go. Okay, right, we are now going to go and play a league game. Name this deck, it's an Untitled Deck. There we go. So the league this week, haven't had much chance to play actually. I've been busy, but there we go. We're ranked 4, Great White Shark, which is fairly appropriate. I thought I'd record a shark deck in the shark rank. Rank 4, Great White Shark. Let's see if we can get another shield and rack up some points. Okay, let's look for an opponent. I like the look of this deck. It's been pretty good. With those new power play cards, you can really build this deck fairly easily. Like I said, the mythics, you don't really need them at all. There's plenty of other cards that you can swap them around, and also a couple of those limited legendaries. Again, maybe the Hammerhead Shark, you could swap that for another shark quite easily. The Goblin Shark, definitely worth trying to get. That's a great card. Okay, we have found an opponent. Let's go. Fingers crossed, Sharkies. Let's see how you can do. I didn't really want the Oceans and Sea Arena first. Never mind. I prefer to have that a little bit later. Okay, we are making the most of this arena buff. Let's say hello. Hello, Jaded. Oh, Jaded. I'm guessing that's what you say. Hello. See how you do against our killer sharks. That arena buff is going to make them super powerful. So we should have no problem winning this one. Oh, he's got an interesting deck. Is he going to try and ramp as well? A ramp and damage deck. That's going to be interesting. Maybe not the best week. Too much energy around. Lots of people going to have some really high cards. Okay, we've already got 297. We're on -5 and he's on 10. Let's keep an eye on that. So there's that Goblin Shark coming out. A great card already. Look at that. Let's get Mount Shark out of the way. And Goblin Shark 4 for 227 with that arena boost and the extra 100 that he goes. Yeah, he's playing a ramp kind of interesting deck here. The 660 in the lead. You'd expect that. This is our most powerful arena. Like I said, I would prefer to have had that maybe the 3rd or 2nd round. But never mind. Let's see how we do. He is drawing his cards. And we have got a whole heap of cool sharks to pick from. So let's try and get these in the best possible order. That Silky Shark I'm going to keep, I think. Blue Shark. We put him down? Yeah, 503. And already we're getting a 20 boost from that Silky Shark. So that's great. Charles Bonsai and the Snow Queen. And oh, you don't see Krampus very often. Quite a nice deck. I like his deck. So 1-0. First round to us by 870 points. Quite convincing. Into the second round. Paleontology. This might be a little bit more challenging for us. Oh, he's got Iron Maiden by the looks of it. So let's get Kraken out. And Atlantis 280. Not the highest score. Oh, he's going heavy on the ramp. Okay, we can probably power through this and get ourselves in a good position. Hypernova, what's happened to there? He didn't play it, obviously. Interesting. Okay, is this Tidal Wave is going to be good? So there's that Payara. I'm going to hold that, like I said, as long as I need to. Oh, under my tactic of holding him, he's just been hit by Iron Maiden. Let's get Tidal Wave out. 239. This is going to give us a nice boost. We're already 178 in lead. He's got 74 in the bank now. Not bad. Oh, nice play. That's good. I like that. Well played, Jaded. That's how you spell jaded, but anyhow, Jaded. You are now 63 in the lead. Well played. So we do have Flying Dutchman, which will be handy now because we are behind. And we got some good, powerful sharks already. So what should we go? Our highest possible score, maybe? A shark 479. 197. Good. Oh, unlucky Jaded. I think we've beaten you there. 274 plus his 63. We are going to be well in front there. So that's 2-0. 2 rounds. The Sharks are flying through this league game. Or should I say swimming through this league game. Okay, we are now in the space arena. So this again not going to help our Sharks. But look at that Goblin Shark looking good. Let's get him out. 5 for 140, 9 for 123 for the Moorish. Yeah, let's put him down. And that one plus 80 for the Port Jackson. That's why I like him. He's a great card. 442. Oh, a little bit of a hit there. Right, here's Payload Bug. Might hem me down. And Lich, he's obviously going to get some extra points there. I don't think he's going to get enough ramp points here. He's got 127, he's 124. So basically he's got a 3 lead as we go into the second turn of round 3. So let's keep the pressure on. Let's put out as big a card as we can get. Blue Shark, Thresher Shark, and go with the payload. I think so. 490. Oh, unlucky. I think we're going to win this 3-0. He has got a lot of points in the bank, but we are now at least 100 points ahead when you deduct them. We're on minus 50. He's on plus 141, so that's 191 and 236. We've got about 40 lead. And we've got some great cards in our hands. So, Hammerhead, do we do? Let's go for the win. 510, 465, no, 510. Here we go. Oh, Charles Bonsai, 643. It's not going to be enough. Unlucky Jaded. Oh, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the power of the new Sharks. Well, not new Sharks, but that is the power play effect on the Sharks. So well done, Sharkos. Really liking that deck. Going to give that an 8, possibly even a 9 out of 10. And it is a dead easy deck to build. Like I said, do swap out those mythics if you don't have them. And it won't really make much of a difference on this deck, to be honest. So there we go. We are doing well. We are on to rank 4. 1 shield. Well played, Jaded. Okay, guys, we will be back very soon, or very shortly, very soon and very shortly, with another super cool video. But in the meantime, enjoy playing Q. Do give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe, and we will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.